Many people dream of having a really nice creative hobby, right? But when it comes time to do those hobbies, what tends to slow people down is watching yourself suck, right? And my dad visited recently, and one of his lifelong dreams also happened to be learning how to draw. So when he started drawing, right, and he just got frustrated because you know he didn't have the confidence to draw like well, right? Which is like, if you really think about it, which is kind of weird because of course you can't draw well because you don't draw that much, and you can't draw that much because you're not confident in it. It's like a constantly self-defeating cycle. So, this is the drawing that he started with, right? And you can see the lines are very thin, and there are so many lines. And in fact, you can see it from my drawings too. These are some of my attempted drawings, and you can see all the unconfident lines that I made here, here. Like, and I tried to make the outlines bolder, but I don't have the confidence, right? Oh, what if I mess up? Oh, the proportions aren't gonna look good. And so these thoughts mess up the confidence of the drawing, right? And so these are some of also more of my dad's. So it's especially evident in this one, right? So he attempts to try to be more like daring with these facial expressions, but then other than that, it's still very blurry. So uh, I say, hey dad, we gotta suck, and we have to get over that phase of confidently sucking, and then something's gonna change. I gave him this advice because why? As a life coach, I've seen this happen so many times, including my own business too, right? So these are the drawings that he started out with. And as you can see, these aren't that like dog like, right? Especially this one is sort of a nightmare fuel. Same with these ones. They sort of work, but they lack kind of the finesse. And same with these ones, right? And same with these ones. But can you see the progression that my dad makes? The more these types of confidently bad drawings he makes, the more he evolves into somewhat recognizable shapes. Because why? Experience tends to accrue fairly quickly when you make bolder decisions. When you make bolder lines, and when you make more intentional choices, even knowing that they are going to suck, the more they tend to help. And it is at this phase he started doing these like actual exercises that tend to be boring and laborious. But he can gladly do these boring and laborious exercises because now he knows what part of drawing he lacks in terms of technicality. And by the end, what he ended up drawing is like these. These are fairly consistent now because he understands what shapes and lines do. He's able, these are the earlier ones, but now he's able to venture into not just dogs, but figure drawing as well. And as you can see, the drawing of the lines on the dogs, it helps translate into drawing human figures. And so he got this far with his ventures in art in just like 3 weeks. So imagine, and I know that this is a simplistic kind of an example, but this is so widely applicable, even when we're playing guitar, even when we are publicly speaking, especially things like YouTube like this. I remember my days when I was so awkward in front of a camera and talking to you guys, and because I can't see you, because like physically speaking, I'm just talking to an empty room, right? And all these things that eventually grew out of me required this phase of intentional badness. And my proposal to you today is the more you can boldly make those leaps of faith, the more you can boldly dare to suck, the more your creative ventures and your creative pursuits will have fruitful results. And I really want to show you this today with some physical examples.